San Diego Unveiled is a talk show solely for women.
It represents women from all over San Diego.
They come to our show to express their love and passion for what they do.
It's just a lot of inspiration, and
our voices are often sheltered and shunned, but San Diego Unveiled puts volume behind us and lets us be heard and seen in ways that has never been done in San Diego.
Welcome back to San Diego Unveiled. Our next guest today is using her voice to stand up against domestic violence. Please welcome spiritual healer Suzanne to the show. Welcome to the show, and I'm very happy that you're here. We've got a chance to talk earlier, and so right now you are, do you speak to people about your incident?
I haven't spoken a lot about what happened to me, mostly in therapy, but I have written poetry that gives graphic details.
Right.
And attempted to share them in poetry settings. I actually got kicked out of a poetry group.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It was so intense that I got contacted by her, and she said, well, you know, this content is just too heavy. Can you either change it up and do something else, or I don't think we'll have you back. And I looked at it as censorship, silencing, so I said, no, I'm not going back.
So you've written plays and produced films, right?
Produced one film, and we're in the process of producing a second one that's based on a stage play I wrote. I've written some stage plays and just went and got a venue, got a cast together, and put them up on stage. And they usually bring awareness to violence against women of some kind. The last one we did was called Locked Away, and it covered Women's Lives Matter, showing women in prison that were put in prison because of stuff that's happened to them in the past. And but then they find healing in prison. It always has an upbeat, because I believe that you can heal from it. And I'm starting to work on a healing workshop for that.
Can we talk about how you got started with even writing poetry and whatnot? What was the cause of you writing poetry?
Well, back when I was a teenager, writing was my relief. When I was 15, I was gang raped. And there was a lot of after effects. I had a lot of nightmares and things, and a lot of anger. And I took it out on the page rather than, being a bully or whatever. I would take a character and I would just have horrible things happen to this character, And then I kind of gave it up because I was in the job field, corporate America. And then as I ended up in a domestic violence marriage, I had to leave, and I left, and I lost my house, I lost my car, I lost everything. I started from the bottom. But it was a good thing, because it caused me to have to finally come forward and talk about it and start the healing process. And when I did, one of the things that I discovered was writing, and I came back to it, and now here I am.
Did you feel a sort of just an instant relief when you were finally able to share your story and possibly?
It's a relief. It's scary though too. I've even written a poem called Into the Mic about that, where you're standing in front of there's all these eyes looking at you, and you're about ready to read, and what it feels like, because you're not sure whether they're going to reject you or freak out, or whether they're going to embrace you. And so it's kind of scary, but it's, once you've done it, yes, it's a relief, I guess is the best way I can say. And to see my words now, people going and performing it, that's hard to explain how intense that is. It's just amazing to see people putting in an effort, doing rehearsals, and then getting up on the stage and speaking words I wrote on paper.
That is amazing. What are your goals right now, or what are you trying to do to at least spread the word about domestic and
I want to
violence and
continue
child
to use writing to bring awareness, because my stuff is intense, and I don't feel we should be sugarcoating it. I have had too many times people say, "Oh, it's minimize it, sugarcoat it, whatever." No, you got to be raw. You got to be out there. You got to tell the story. So I want to continue the plays and the films, and I'm trying to turn my thing that I started Heartfelt Voices United into a nonprofit. But it's taking some effort. I'm trying to raise money. I have a team. And basically, I want to start doing healing workshops because I want to share my healing journey with others that have been through it, to let them know that you can heal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can get over it. You can reclaim your life. You will never be, there will never be completely something, you know, where it is gone completely, but you can certainly reclaim your life. You can embrace yourself again.
Right.
You can.
What, for those who may have not spoken up, what would you tell to those that may be watching that have been through something and are afraid to tell?
I want to encourage them to talk, because as long as it remains in you, it is a poison. It's like a cancer. When you have cancer, what do you have to do? You have to get surgery. You have to cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing here. You got to let it out. You got to talk about it. And it's scary, but the great thing is, number one, they're not alone. And there are people now out there like myself and others who will embrace them with open hearts and open arms. And if that helps them, knowing that, make them less afraid to speak, then that's what I want to do, because I want to encourage them to speak and use creative outlets if they can. Something, art, music, whatever, to set it free.
Mm-hmm. So is there any way to find you on social media so that we can follow your story?
I have a Facebook page, Heartfelt Voices United. I have my profile, of course, Suzanne Morse, but I have Heartfelt Voices United as a Facebook page, and my film division, Heartfelt Productions, is on Facebook.
Okay.
And I am constantly updating it, saying this is what we're doing, this is what's happening. And like I said, I'm about ready to do a casting call for actors and extras for our movie.
Awesome. So we'll keep you keep posted on your Facebook, and thank you for being on the show with us and sharing your story.
You're welcome.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for dropping by to share with us. If you like the show today or would like to be a guest, please contact us on our fan page at facebook.com/San Diego Unveiled. Whether it's going out on a spiritual journey, finding talent, or pursuing your dreams, always remember you are special and you deserve to be heard. I'm your host, KB Sharif. Have a safe and classy weekend, San Diego. So yes, thank you for being on the show with us. It's definitely
This was definitely an experience.
Indeed, and I'm so happy to have met you.